determination, laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 50, check 50.
On 1st and 10, Prescott gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The wide receiver was a big need for the Patriots coming into the season, and they found something they really liked in N'Keal Harry. They took the 21-year-old with a final pick in the first round, and it's actually kind of interesting. Since 2000, the Patriots were the only team to not draft a receiver in the first round until nabbing Harry just before the order rolled over to round 2. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw it. He's airing it out for Sanu. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mohamed Sanu, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44, Darnold got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. Parker's got it. He's got a Jets touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Davis now to return it. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And that will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defensive.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
At their 48-yard line.
from just shy of midfield. Prescott. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I can be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Steps away to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Coming to you, coming to you.
After the sack on first down, Darnold, he's looking, he's got it at the 15. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
50 seconds, come on. I'm going to run you over.
From the 44, Prescott. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we...
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Come on, boy, 51. Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And this is Parker, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know you felt that
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here goes Hunt. Mike 51. Cut, cut, cut.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. Parker, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
First down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down now. It's White, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. It's Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A first down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard. He was brought down by Brandon Copeland.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
54. I got you. I got you. 54 is mine. 54 is mine. 54. I got it.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And a coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And he finds Parker here, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that could alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Darnold now to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Here we go, here we go. Go right in. 54 Mike. I don't think you got it, son.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. This is Bell. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check tight. Check tight.
To throw is Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Caught here by Bell. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Check. Slam. We're going to 54.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He's airing it out for Sanu. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Bell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. On second down, it's Bell. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. 39 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak
That's
his
true.
first 3 times.
Filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Prescott now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Prescott now. Throw caught here by Bird. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Damiere Byrd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion. And again, it's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
At the 36-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Real lady. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell, and at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
He can't hang. Lady. Check three.
Now Bell. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Right there, 54, right there.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's caught by Parker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Bell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's going to be a long day.
On third down, here's Bell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second down, it's White, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets...
Squad like, what? In the field like